All right, hello everybody. My name's Steven. I am the LionDesk trainer, and I'll be the one hosting office hours for today. So in case this is your first time, what is office hours? Office hours is a open forum where we, for an hour long, just open it up for your questions, right? So if you wanted to learn something like importing contacts, connecting with Facebook, using Zapier, anything along those lines, you can come into office hours and ask those questions. Right, so we host these every Thursday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So if you do have any questions, feel free to join in. If you don't, you can still come in, right? Learn more about LionDesk. There's always more to learn. So there's a couple things we definitely want to go over before we start jumping into your questions. That being said, feel free to start typing them in. Again, at the bottom of your screen, you should see a black bar with the Q&A box and also that chat box. So feel free to start submitting your questions. I would recommend submitting your questions in that Q&A box. That's the first thing I look at. And then in the chat box, that's a place I want to send you resources. So if there's any website links, article links that I need to send you, I can do it through the chat box, right? That keeps us a little bit more organized. So again, for any questions, go ahead and put them in the Q&A box. That should be in the black bar at the bottom of the screen. All right, so again, feel free to start submitting your questions. I'm going to share my screen, because there's a couple of resources I want to show you all before we jump in. Right, so again, we have office hours every Thursday at 10 a.m. You can join us to get your questions answered. But let's say you catch us outside of office hours. Where can you go for any help? We do have a lot of channels for you to receive help. The very first one is our online chat. So on the lower left-hand side, you will see this chat bubble. Right, you can click on that and that's going to connect you with a live rep. So this is available during business hours from Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Just click on new conversation, connects you with the live rep, and you'll be able to type in your question. Aside from that, you can always call in the office. That's going to be at 760-501-8582. We do have 3 different channels, one for sales, support, and then billing. So depending on your question, you'll go to extension 1, 2, or 3. So again, that's available during business hours from Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. But let's say you catch us outside of business hours, right, in the weekends, late at night, and you do have your questions. You can always check out our online help page. So on the left-hand side, click on online help. This will take you to the LionDesk Help Center, and you'll see different articles and videos really breaking down the system for you. So as I scroll below, you will see the different sections broken up into contact management, marketing, transactions, integrations, and lead routing. If you're a new user and don't know where to get started, we do have this page, Get Started. So this is going to show you how to set up your profile, a fast start guide, and my favorite, LionDesk webinars. So when you click on that, that will give you the link to office hours. So every Thursday, again, at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. What's really great about office hours is that we record every session. So as I scroll below, you will see a link to our playlist, right? So if I open the link, let me put pause there. You're going to see the playlist of all of the previous office hours, right? You'll see them listed on the right-hand side. And we do kind of highlight the topics that we discussed that day. So how to upload an image, integrate with Facebook, create custom contact fields, how to integrate with BombBomb, set up the LionDesk Power Dialer and email reporting, how to sync with email, and so on, Gmail. So if you missed any of the office hours, don't worry. You can check out our playlist. It does highlight the main topics discussed that session. But again, office hours, it's an open forum. You can come here with any types of questions. If you were hoping or looking for a more structured learning experience, we do have our webinars. So if we scroll below, we do have 3 pre-recorded webinars. It's our standard training session. So you'll see first steps to success, automate your business, and then streamline your business. Those videos are listed below along with the topics that are covered. So first step to success, it's going to go over the profile, the introduction, uploading contacts, basic communication, right? Sending an email, sending a text. Automate your business is going to focus more so on the marketing, on how to set up drip campaigns, text-to-sell, and also transactions. In the last video, Streamline Your Business, it's all about connecting your platforms with LionDesk, right? So LionDesk is going to be the central hub of all of your technology, so that all the information feeds into LionDesk. So the only system you really need to log into would be LionDesk, right? So this is going to cover lead integration, Zapier, lead distribution, and Teams. Right. So if you wanted a more structured learning experience, check out our webinars. I recommend viewing them in this order. Right. Again, the order is listed above. First step to success, automate your business, and then streamline your business. Aside from the webinars, if you do have other questions that you can't find them in the online help, you will see submit a request at the top corner of each page. So when you click on submit a request, you'll be able to add your email, subject line, and a quick description of what your question/issue is, and you'll be able to submit it. We do have a support team that's checking this constantly, so they'll be able to reach out with any issues that you have with LionDesk. All right, so let's go ahead and jump back into the platform. I already see a couple questions coming in, so again, if you have any questions, feel free to add them into the Q&A box below. All right, Paul. First question, iPhone user here. Would love to make LionDesk my primary source of contacts, so new leads in LionDesk. In my iOS contacts, is there a way to make that happen? Right, so this is lead integration, specifically how to connect with your phone. There are a couple of ways. The way that I recommend would be using PieSync. So PieSync is a third-party platform. We do have directions in our online help, so if you on the left-hand side, go to our online help page. Right, you'll see integrations and lead routing. And if we see all 7 articles, how to integrate using PieSync. So again, PieSync is a third-party platform. Right, it's going to give you a step-by-step guide on how to connect with PieSync. So let's see if I have access to PieSync. That's the same article page. Keeps taking me here. So with PieSync, what it does is going to connect to your iCloud. And from your iCloud, any new contacts that you upload will be sent over to LionDesk. So PieSync, again, is a third-party platform. You are able to sign up for the system. It does give you a 30-day free trial. That way you can integrate with your iCloud and your LionDesk account. To have it consistent, though, you would need to upgrade. That way it constantly does send that information into LionDesk. So that's the only way we'll go about uploading with PieSync. As for any Android phones, pretty similar. You can either use PieSync or Zapier. So those platforms, again, third party, you'll be able to sign up. Zapier does give you 5 free zaps, so you can connect with 5 other platforms without having to upgrade. And you'll be able to, link in your Android phone over to LionDesk. And next question, Connie, is this a live demo or is it a recording you can watch later? Yes, this is a live demo, but again, we do post these the following day on Friday, and they will be available in our YouTube page. Again, you can go to online help on the left-hand side and type in this search bar, office hours or webinars. Let's do webinars instead. And in that second, webinars. Let's go through here. And in that second section, you'll see our office hours playlist. So this is being recorded. This is going to be added to our YouTube page. Just click on this link below to view those pre-recorded webinars or those recorded office hours. All right, moving into the next question. All right, next question is transactions. So transactions with V2, can you customize the transactions that are in place? Yes, you can. So on the left-hand side, click on transactions. So there's a couple of things I want to point out with our transactions in V2, just in case you're using our V1 platform. This is going to be a huge improvement from V1. In V1, you were only able to track one pipeline, right? So whether your transaction was a buyer or a seller, you would have to track it within one pipeline. Within our LionDesk V2 platform, you do have multiple pipelines. So you'll see one for purchase, listing for sale, listing for lease, and so on. Right, so if we click on the purchase pipeline by clicking on this downward caret, it is going to show us below, right, all the different stages, so pre-approval, financing approved, qualified lead, and so on. You can definitely edit the stages if you wanted to. So in order to edit, right next to the purchase, you will see this pencil icon. So when you click on the pencil icon, it's going to open up this transaction type. So you'll see the name, purchase. Right, you can change it if you'd like. Right below, you will see all the different stages. Again, so pre-approval, financing approved, qualified lead, prospecting, and so on. You are able to also set up the order. You will see these arrows on the right-hand side, so you can move them to the top, move them below, and so on. So you can click on the arrows to adjust the order. You can also remove these stages themselves. So if you don't want to track that specific stage, let's go ahead, we can remove qualified lead. You will see that X on the far right. So when you click on it, it gets removed from the pipeline. So you no longer see qualified lead there. So you can remove stages. You can also add more stages. So at the top, you will see stages, new stage title. Let's go ahead and re-add qualified lead. And then right below, you will see in the pipeline, if you hover over it, it's going to explain what that means. So in the pipeline, transactions flow between the pipeline. So while it's working, what's the process of you from the beginning to all the way to the close, right? Out of the pipeline is what happens after they've already been closed. So I'm going to leave qualified lead in the pipeline, and I'm going to click on add stage. Right, and I scroll all the way to the bottom and you'll see it listed right there. It's a qualified lead. I'll use the arrows to move it to the top. Keep using the arrows, right, until I get to the location that I want it in. So I'll move that one to be the very first stage. Once you've customized that pipeline, you can scroll to the bottom and click on next. Right, these are the forms. This would be the information that you track. So you'll see property info. This is the information that you're tracking for that transaction. You'll see key contract dates, financial information, and then contract info. You can definitely add more fields if you wanted to. So for contract info, we're tracking the transaction number, the type, referral source, referral percentage, and class. Right, so you can also add more fields if you wanted to track any type of financial information, any just text information, or any dates. Right, so I can click on the date. You'll see that field added below. And then I'll go ahead and add document submitted. And now that's going to be a section that you can capture. Once you're done setting up your transaction, you can click on submit. And you'll see our purchase pipeline when we click on the downward caret. It's going to reflect all the changes that we made. Awesome. So that covers the dashboard, the transaction pipelines for V2. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the next question. All right, so the next question is about text-to-sell. So on the left-hand side, let's go ahead and jump into text-to-sell, which would be in communication. So when you click on communication on the left, you will see these three tabs appear, right? Email, text, text-to-sell. I'm gonna go ahead and click on Text-to-Sell. And so just in case you're not aware of Text-to-Sell, what is Text-to-Sell? Text-to-Sell, I'm certain you've experienced it in one way or form, you know, TV ads, billboards, television, where it's like text info to 555-555, right? All these other, that phone number. You can get Text-to-Sell with LionDesk. There is only one condition you need to have, and that's you need to have the LionDesk custom number, right? You can get that from the profile page. So with the LionDesk custom number, you can select the local area code. That way, we're using that phone number to text market, right? People are not going to see your phone number. So with the text number, with the custom number, you'll be able to create unlimited codes. So I do have a couple already created below. And you know, as a user, feel free to text any of these. That way you can see how it looks like as a customer. So I have one for Lion, thanks, and then video power. So if you are looking to see how this works, definitely recommend taking out your phone and texting one of these three codes: video power, thanks, and Lion. So video power is just going to send you an auto response with the benefits of video texting. Thanks is going to show you the benefits of short codes and shows you a link to those short codes. And then Lion just sends you the link to our website. So as I scroll below, where do you text this code in? You're going to text it to the custom number, 760-610-0105. So this is this account's custom number. Anytime you text that code in to this number, you're going to receive an auto response, right? So you can create unlimited codes. You can start by clicking on Create Short Code. You'll see it slide in from the right, and you're going to go ahead and fill out all of these fields. So this is really great for like business cards, right? You can create business cards with your number in a quick code. Hand those out. Anytime someone texts that code in, it's going to be saved. Their contact information is going to be saved automatically in LionDesk. Not only can you use it on business cards, but you can also set it up for open house sign writers, right? You can have a sign writer with your phone number, a code right below it. So anytime a new lead comes in, a new client comes in, they can just pull out the phone, text that code to that number, and again, you'll receive their contact information. So first you'll decide what code do you want to text in. The codes do need to be unique. So if you do want to set one up for each open house, make sure that you keep it unique for each open house. I recommend using the address itself as the code. So we can have something like 100 Main. Right, so let's just say this is the address 100 Main Street. Right, you'll see right below, code must be unique. And the shorter, the better, right? It would be super easy for someone to just take out their phone, type in 100 Main, and text that code in. A couple lines below, you will see the text auto reply. So once the code is texted in, what do you want the automatic response to be? Right, so in this scenario, we're doing an open house. You have up to 1,000 characters max. So we can do something along the lines of thank you for visiting the open house. It was great meeting you, something like along those lines. If you would like more information, you can click on the link below. All right, so that's my auto response. I'm not going to add that link in that auto response. You will see a section for it right above. So what's the URL? Where do you want to drive your clients to? This will be included in the response. So from their text message, they can just click and they'll see the link that you provided. Right, so I'm just going to type in www.liondesk.com. Put in your website, putting a link to that listing, right? If you're giving them more information, provide a link to that listing. Below, you will see two options, contact source and then follow-up campaigns. These sections are optional. Everything above is mandatory with the exception of the long URL. That one's not needed. But contact source, you want to click on that and select where is this lead coming from. So you'll see like open house. I'll have a few open house codes, short codes. So you can select any source that you want. You can create one that says Text-to-Sell. That way you can see who's coming in from Text-to-Sell. If you do have one for each property, I do recommend creating a source using that code, right? Have one that says 100 main. Or if you just wanted to do by open house, just click on the open house one, right? So any new lead coming in from this code will have this source listed on it, open house. That way you can search from it in your database. And then you also have the option to trigger a drip campaign. So we have a couple of drip campaigns already created for you. If you're not sure what a drip campaign is, it's a series of emails and text messages that you schedule out in advance. So you can always consistently follow up with any new leads. So we have a few that are already created for you. So you'll see LionDesk closed clients, general buyer, prospective seller, home valuation. We also have one for like new leads, right? So you'll scroll below. You can also custom create your own, but definitely feel free to use the ones that LionDesk already has available. So LionDesk campaign new leads. And then once you're done, you can click on save. I can't at the moment, I need to add HTTPS. And so once you're done, HTTPS, let me see. Once you're done adding that URL, you click on save, and you'll see that one listed now. So 100 Main Street, what's the auto response, right? And you will see the website link added below. What source does that lead get once it comes into our system? And then what campaign is triggered once they, again, text in. So this new lead sends out two text messages, 8 emails over the span of a couple of weeks. You will see these 2 columns texted and then clicks. That way you can see how often this code was texted in, and the clicks will track how often the clients are clicking on this link. All right, y'all, so that covers Text-to-Sell. All right, a follow-up question. When we get their phone number, do we get any other information? Yes, you will. So let's see if I have an example, or if anything, let me see if I can text this code in. So I'm gonna need to text the custom number, and feel free to also do it yourself. That way you can see how it works as a client. So it's 760-610-0105. I'm gonna text in 100 main. All right, texted 100 main. I got the auto response with the link to LionDesk. Right, so it's taking me to that website now. All right, so I texted in, it should have captured my information. I should be able to just type in Steven. And here we are. So what information did it bring in? First, you'll see my name. You'll see my the Text-to-Sell and then what code I texted in, which is 100 main. You'll see that it came in from my email, my mobile phone number, and it's sometimes able to bring in a few more other things. Let's see what other type of information. It will sometimes bring in, let's see, recent items, 50. All right, so that was the only part that it brought in. That's like the main thing, right? The name, the number, the email address. There are other times where it will also bring in their physical address. Let me see if that actually did come through by clicking on address. That one didn't come through. Sometimes it brings in physical address, also the office address and so on. So whatever is tied to that phone number. So in this example, we saw the name, email, and phone number, as well as with that tag, Text-to-Sell. So That tag is super important. That way I can pull up everybody that came in through that tag. So on the left-hand side in my contacts, right now I have how many contacts? 184 contacts. I'll be able to use my filters. That way I can pull up that specific tag. So I'll click on filters, add condition. What do I want to search by? Right, if I click on that drop-down menu, I'm going to see all the different ways I can filter. I'm going to filter by tags, include any of, and then you'll see that Text-to-Sell tag. Scrolling way too fast. You'll be able to search for that tag in here and then pull up those contacts. Or even just by the source, right? Boom, source is one of open house. Right, so as I scroll below, you'll see everyone that came in through the open house. Oh, right, follow-up question, or not follow-up question, new question. Does YLobo put their drip campaigns into this system? So with YLobo, in case you guys are not aware of what YLobo is an IDX provider. They're basically a website. They can link it with LionDesk, so all the information of your contacts, what are they searching for, what properties, did they favorite any properties or saved any properties? All that information gets saved into LionDesk. They do also set up their own drip campaigns. So for those will be available in your campaigns page. So on the left-hand side, click on campaigns. YLobo, I believe, does add their own. So you should see those listed on the campaigns page. As you scroll below, you'll see the YLobo campaigns. I think that was the last question, but feel free to send over more questions. So while we're at campaigns, a couple of things I do want to point out. So again, LionDesk does provide you with 6 drip campaigns. You'll see one for new leads, buyer, seller, home valuation, closed clients, and then there's one other one. But we provide you with 6 campaigns that you can start using from day one. Definitely recommend editing those campaigns, right? You want to customize them, make it sound like it's from you and not just like a pre-made template. You can definitely build up the campaigns from here. You can add more emails, text messages, and so on. Aside from the 6 campaigns that we created, we do have a shared library. So as I scroll to the top, you will see published campaigns. And you'll see we have a total of a little under 4,000 campaigns, so 3,923. You will see that for a lot of them, they do have this lock. Right, so that means that it's private. Most often it's for like a team and they just want to keep it within the team, or sometimes some of these agents do sell their campaigns. However, if you wanted to see free ones that you can download, you will see this toggle button to hide any restricted campaigns. So right now it shows us a little under 1,000. So as I scroll below, these campaigns, you don't see that lock, so these are free to download. So what type of campaigns are there? You'll see one for home buyer, new leads, a follow-up for 35 days, mortgage growth system, lead schedule confirmation, Spanish campaign, and so on. Past buyers, closed clients, SOI friends, so sphere of influence, friends. So you can download any of these campaigns. These were created by other LionDesk users. So if you wanted to see what's inside before you download, you're able to click on the actual name of the campaign and it's going to open it up for you, right? So this one's SOI friends. This shows me there's 29 total campaign actions. Okay, so that's whether an email, a call reminder, or a text message, right? There's 29 of those actions. As I scroll below, I'm going to see the setup. So first it's going to tell me the type. So you'll see email, call reminder, and then text messages. You'll see what's inside, so any email, subject line, or the text the body of the text. So you'll see this is a happy anniversary email, a couple other text messages, hey, how have you been, what's new, and so on. So as I scroll below, you'll see all the different actions in this campaign. And then on the far right, you will see the schedule. So when is this campaign going to start? When does the email send? When the text messages send? When do I get these reminders to call? So you'll see like 2 days later, these following are recurring. This is 51 days later, and so on, right? 21 days later, 72 days later. You can just go down the line and see how this is laid out. If you like what you see, you can download this campaign. As I scroll to the top, you'll go back. And you'll see on the far right, save. So once you click on save, it downloads into your account, and you'll be able to start using that campaign. For any campaigns that are locked, again, this does require a password. So when you click on save, right, it's going to give you this pop-up window. This is a restricted campaign. You must have the access code in order to save. You may contact the creator at, right, and they give us their email address. So what you can do, if you wanted to download that campaign, you can copy and then email, right? Copy, paste, email, let them know, hey, I saw your campaign, right? Give them the name. I saw this is available from LionDesk, but I see that it's password protected. What do I have to do in order to get that password, right? Some of these campaigns are restricted because they're part of a team and they're only shared within the team. But I know some of these are also sold. So I know some of these are real estate coaches that offer their campaigns at a cost, right? $5, $10, really depends on, and that's up to them. So when you contact them, that transaction is between both of you, so you're not gonna do any of the transactions within LionDesk. But once you complete that transaction, they'll give you the code, and you can come back in here and use that code to download. Let me go ahead and download one of these existing campaigns. Let me click on restricted, and let's do home buyer. So from here, when I click on save, are you sure you want to save the campaign? Yes, let's click on save. I'm going to see it appear in two places, right? So I'm going to see it appear in the first tab, campaigns. I'll see home buyer, new, right? So if it has this new in parentheses, that means you downloaded it from the shared library. Not only is it in here, you're also going to see it in the templates, which is in the third tab. So when you click on templates, you'll see the folder, right? So you'll see all folders, and you'll be able to search, so home buyer ALA, right? So I'm searching for that specific folder. As I scroll below, you're gonna see all the emails that are included in that folder. There's quite a few, so let me go ahead and expand the view. And so it seems that there's a total of 12 emails. So if you wanted to edit any of the emails, you can do it from here, right? So let's see what did I download? So from here, I can click on the eyeball to preview the template. Slides in from the right, that way at a glance, you can see what's in this email. So first thing you'll see is description. This is viewed only internally, so none of the clients will be able to see that what's in there, right? So whenever you send out the email, they're only gonna see the subject and then the body of the email. You'll see the template folder, right? So we had to open up this folder to view this email. The subject line, so first name, your home buyer secret playbook. So this first name is a LionDesk code. That way you can mass market out to all of your contacts, and it's just gonna capture the first name from the profile page. Right, so it's still gonna keep it customized to each person. So again, you'll see that code throughout the email. So hi, first name, that's just gonna auto-populate on its own. Right, so you'll see the rest of the email itself. Right, you'll read the rest of the email. At the bottom, you'll see email signature. So again, that's a LionDesk code. That's gonna auto-populate with your email signature. And although I did download this campaign, I definitely recommend customizing it. How can you do so? Let me go ahead and exit out of this. You can click on the edit template, opens it up for you, and from here, you'll be able to customize this template. So if there's anything that you want to change, feel free to do so. I definitely recommend making this customized to like make it seem like it's coming from you. Definitely, there's things that you can use within LionDesk to stand out from the rest. So if you look at this toolbar, what can you do? A couple of things, you'll see insert emoji. So LionDesk does have its own emojis that you can use to send out in your emails. Also text messages as well. So you just scroll from this list and you can add a couple of emojis, right? So I have this hand waving. Not only that, but you can also add images. And this is definitely going to be a step up from B1. So I'm going to go ahead and just search for a random image. So using Google, and just type in the word lion. I'm going to capture one of these images. And you can just copy and paste. So what's a good picture I could use? Let's use this one. All right, I'm going to copy this image and then paste it here. Right, so super simple compared to V1. No need to upload it into documents. You can just copy and paste it straight into the email template. Aside from that, you can also insert videos. So insert LionDesk video. And if you have any videos already created, you'll see them slide in from the right, and you can select any of these. So just in case you don't have any videos already created, feel free to upload them from your computer into your LionDesk account. If you download our mobile app, you can record straight from your phone. So, so while you're on the go, maybe you're at a listing, you can record a video of your listing, do a little quick intro video. Those will go straight into the LionDesk video library as long as you have our mobile app, and you can select that video from there. So let me go ahead and select this one. Right, so here we are. You'll see it appear as a code. So it says media video, happy birthday. Although it appears as a code, it does auto-populate on its own when it sends. So when you send out, it's going to appear as this thumbnail. And they'll be able to click and then view that video. Right, so definitely a couple of ways you can stand out from the rest by adding emojis, images, and also videos. So once you're done, you can scroll to the bottom and click on Save Template. Right, so now we have a new customized email. Definitely recommend doing that for each one. The thing to keep in mind when you download drip campaigns from the library is sometimes users will put in their own personal information. So let me see, I did notice one that was kind of like that. It might have been, let's see as I go through. This specific example is actually pretty great. They did a really good job of adding these codes, hi, first name, email signature. However, you always want to make sure that the codes are there. Sometimes when you download them, you'll notice that instead of this email signature code, they actually put in and copied and pasted their own signature. So in that scenario, you would want to remove that part, right? You don't want to share other agents' information. You just want to use either this email signature code, or you can just copy and paste your own email signature there. So if you did want to add the code, how can you do so? Again, make sure you click on Edit. In the toolbar, you'll see Insert LionDesk Content. So this is where you'll go to add those types of codes like first name, last name, email signature, and so on. There's definitely a lot of more codes that you could use. Just click on the drop-down menu, and it's going to show you the different codes that are available. So full name, first name, last name, and so on. If you create any custom fields, those will also be available, right? That's going to be in the second drop-down menu, right? Number of children, bedrooms, account number, minimum price, children's names, and so on. So if you, again, create any custom fields, we can also create codes. So those sections auto-populate on their own in the emails and in the text messages, right? So if I click on number of children, click on insert, I had that field at the bottom, right? So you'll now see that code, custom field, number of children. Go ahead and remove that, but you can again customize these to include that type of information. I'm gonna go ahead and click on Save Template. So again, definitely make sure if you do download any of these campaigns to go through the templates and make sure that the agent didn't leave any personal information behind. And if they did, go ahead and remove it and add your own information in there. All right, so it's going back. So that's how you'll edit the templates. But let's say you want to edit the timing of the actual campaign. You want to go into the first tab, Campaigns. Look for the campaign itself, so Home Buyer. And then as we scroll below, you're going to see the setup, right? So we'll see those emails, email 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way up until 12. You'll see the subject and body, or more so just the subject line of the email, and then when it's scheduled out to send, right? So this first email is immediately, 2 days later, 3 days later, 6, 8, and so on. So from here, you're able to also edit the timing when each email gets sent out. So from here, you can click on the edit button, right? You'll be able to just click on next until you get to the timing section. From here, you'll be able to modify it to be either delayed by day and time, delayed by minutes, or you can send it out immediately. Let's go ahead and modify this delayed by day and time. So this is all relative, right? So depending on when you start the campaign, it's going to be based off the date that you started. So when I click on delay by day and time, when I start this campaign, when do I want this email to send out? Do I want it to send out the next day, right? If I can type in 7, do I want to send out the next week, the next month, or what, 365 for the next year? So really up to you. I'm gonna go ahead and leave it at 30 days, so that's a month later, and then click on next. Are you sure you want to update the action? Press OK. Right, it takes us back in here. Email number 1, as I scroll below, is 30 days later. So let's say you'll go ahead and customize the templates, customize the timing within the campaign. Feel free to continue building up this campaign even more, right? So this is all emails. You can also include text messages, and honestly, text messages are going to be a lot better. We see that, historically, emails have an open rate of like 15%, which is okay. I mean, most people don't really open up their emails. I know on my Gmail, I have like 1,000 emails I still have to open. I'm not going to ever open them. So my recommendation, also include text messages, right? You want to do a series of both emails and text messages, hit them from like a couple sides. So from here, if you did want to include text messages, just click on create action. And you'll see text message as an option, right? Let's go ahead and include a couple of texts. So I'll select text, click on next. And what's really great from here, if you already have text templates created, it's going to show you them, right? So from here, it's highlighting the specific folders that have text templates. How many text templates? You will see that icon, right? Number 6, this is showing me that this folder has 6 text templates. This folder here has 7 text templates, right? So I can select any templates I already have created. I'm able to preview them before I select. So if I click on the eyeball, slides in on the right, hey, first name, I got your request and set the property information to your email. When would be a good time to talk, right? So if I wanted to add this text message, just click on the actual text name and it moves you on. You want to click on next, right? So you can select your text messages that you've already created. If you want to create a whole new text template, you can do so from this page. So at the very top, you will see new template. When I click on new template, a blank one appears on the right-hand side. You want to set up the description, right? So home buyer, was it ALA text number 1. Below that, you will see the template folder. So which folder do I want to save it in? I want to keep it in the same folder, right? So home buyer, ALA. What type of template is it? It's a text message, right? So from here, I'll type in my text template. So I'm assuming home buyer, they've already purchased their home. Let's do a happy anniversary one, right? Happy anniversary. Can you believe it's been a year? Since you purchased this home. Since you bought your first home. Right, something along those lines. Since you bought your... And then expansion. Right, so we have that text template. Feel free to really build it up. I do want this to be customized to each person. So I'm going to go ahead and type in, hey, I'm going to add the first name code. So again, you'll see insert LionDesk content above. You'll click on that. You'll see these drop-down menus. I'm going to click on the first one, and that's where you'll see contact first name. Contact first name, click on insert. So hey, first name, right? That way it customizes it to each person. Happy anniversary. Can you believe it's been a year since you bought your first home? Let me know. That's about it. That sounds good. You can also add emojis. So you will see in that toolbar the emoji icon. So from here, you can click on that and select from any of these emojis. So I'll add a few, click on that star, right? Make it look like a celebration. And you can also send out video text messages. So again, in that toolbar, you'll see insert LionDesk video. When you click on that, you'll see it slide in from the right. So again, you'll be able to upload any videos from your computer into LionDesk. I'll show you where to go to next. Or if you have our mobile app, you can record straight from your phone, and from the app, it sends straight into LionDesk. So from here, I'm gonna go ahead and click on select. You'll see that code appear, right? Media video, text video. It opens up in the actual text message. They can click on play. So once you're done creating that template, you can scroll to the bottom and click on save. It's going to save it to that folder. So you'll see that folder now does have a text template in it. If I click on it, I'll be able to select this template here. Press next. When do I want to send this one? This was happy anniversary. So this would probably be 365 days later. So delay by day and time to 365. If I want to select the time, right? When do I want to send out this text message? Let's do towards the morning, 10 a.m. You are going to have this option, stop on text reply, and you are able to hover over the question mark. So if you ever forget, just hover over it and you'll be able to read this, right? So campaign actions will automatically stop after a text reply from a contact is received. So depending on where you have this text template, if they respond back to this text message, the remaining parts of the text of the campaign will be removed. So even if you have future emails and future text messages, those will no longer send. So that's only going to happen as long as this is checked off. If it's unchecked, even if they respond back to this text message, they're still going to get the remaining emails and text message until that campaign is complete, right? So depending on how you have this set up, you may want to have this on or off. I'm going to go ahead and leave this off. And then once you're done, you'll press next, select the signee, which is me, and then click on submit. All right, I'm going to go ahead and click on finish and exit. So looking at this campaign, as I scroll below, you're sending out an email, and then a year later, you're sending out this text message. So definitely feel free to build up any campaigns that you download. I again recommend using a combination of emails and text messages. We see that those tend to be more effective than just emails or just text, right? You want to hit them on every avenue that you can. All right, so to follow up with the videos, where do you go to upload a video? On the left-hand side, you will see videos. So you'll click on videos. You'll see upload a video, right? And it's going to give you an option because we do have two different options. You can upload a video email or a video text, and you are going to see the file size next to each one. So email 16 megabytes, for text messages is 500 kilobytes. So again, it does depend on how you record, the definition, how long, and so on. That's going to affect the file size. For emails, 16 megabytes, again, depending, it ranges between 2 minutes to 3 minutes. Text messages, they can range between like 15 seconds to 25, 30 seconds. So again, that depends on the quality of the camera, the definition, how long you record. But you'll be able to click on any of these. And let's go into my videos. Do I have any videos I can use? I do not. So from here, if you do have any videos recorded, you can just upload them straight into LionDesk and you'll see them uploaded below. And again, if you have a mobile app, you can record straight from the phone. Awesome. So that kind of wraps up script campaigns, downloaded campaigns, and videos. I don't see any other questions, so I'm going to go ahead and kind of just wrap up again with our resources. So this will be a last call for any questions that you have. So if you do have any remaining questions, make sure to look at the chat or Q&A box at the bottom and submit your questions. In the meantime, I'm just going to reiterate the resources that are available to you. So again, office hours every Thursday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Come with any questions, or again, just join us if you want to learn more about LionDesk. We do have online chat. So on the lower left-hand side, we have this chat bubble. Just click on it. It's going to connect you with a live rep. Just click on New Conversation. If you had an old conversation, you'll see them listed below. So this is available for V1, V2 during business hours, Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You can always give us a call, so you can reach us at 760-501-8582. Again, that is 760-501-8582. So when you call us in, we do have 3 different channels. We have support, sales, and then billing. So extension 1, 2, or 3. So depending on your question, make sure you go to the appropriate channel. That's also available during business hours, Monday to Friday from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Let's say you catch us outside of business hours and you do have questions. You can always check out our online help page. So on the left-hand side, click on online help. And that's going to take you to the LionDesk Help Center. So from here, as we scroll below, you will see the different sections that we have. So contact management, marketing, transactions, integrations, and then get started, right? So just click on any of these fields and it's going to break it down for you. Auto drip campaigns, communications, lead assist, and so on. So if you have any questions outside of business hours, this is definitely a go-to. It has all of how to send a bulk email / text, has a video, as well as a step-by-step guide. If you're a new user, you can always click on Get Started. And from here, you'll be able to see how to set up your profile, Fast Start. So Fast Start goes over the basics. So if you don't know what to do, check that one out. I definitely recommend also LionDesk webinars. So this does provide a link for office hours. That way you can register at any moment. Again, every Thursday at 10 a.m. These are all recorded. So if you look below, you will see a link to our playlist, right? So after every session, we do upload them into YouTube. You'll see them posted every Friday, so the following day. And if you wanted a more structured learning experience, you can scroll below and you'll see our training session, First Step Success, Automate Your Business, and then Streamline Your Business. The videos are listed below, as well as the topics that are covered. So profile, context, communication, Automate Your Business, auto drip campaigns, Text-to-Sell, and transactions. And the last one, Streamline Your Business, covers lead integration, Zapier, lead distribution, and Teams. If you have any questions, again, if you scroll to the bottom of every article, you will see our phone number. You can always send us an email at support@liondesk.com, and then you'll see our office hour, our business hours for live chat. If you catch us outside of business hours, don't worry, just scroll to the top and click on Submit a Request. From here, you'll be able to add your email address, what issue or question you have, and a quick description of it. And at the bottom, once you click on Submit, it will be sent to our support team, and they'll be able to follow up with you via email. And next question, I do see a last minute one. Can you send a text template without being part of a campaign? Yes, you can. So let's go ahead and jump into your contacts on the left-hand side. On the left, you want to click on Contacts. right? Let's say you wanted to send a text template to a couple of contacts. I already have a couple filtered out, so I see these two, right? So when I select these contacts, I can do a bulk action. As I scroll to the top, you'll see email, text messages, and so on. So this one was specifically a text template. So let's click on the SMS. You'll see those numbers pull up. And to select any of the templates you already created, you will see choose the template on the right. So as you click on it, you'll see all of your folders, but it's going to highlight the specific ones with text templates in them. Right, so you can click on the folder, preview any of these text messages. Right, this is just a video. Let's do FDP2. He tried calling you. What's a good time to try again? This is a perfect one. Let me go ahead and use this one. So you can select it, and you'll see it auto-populate on its own. Right, so hi, first name. I tried calling you. When's a good time to try again? Agent first name. If you're happy with that, you can scroll to the bottom and click on Send Now. But again, you can feel free to customize it a bit more. You'll see insert video, insert LionDesk content, and so on. So same thing with email. Right, if I select these few, and you want to do email contacts, right, only one of them had an email, which was Jacob. As I scroll below, or not below, you will see at the top, choose an email, choose a template. So if you click on that, you'll see all of the folders sliding on the right. So Facebook ad, 3 email templates, 1 email template, 12 email templates. You can click on the folder itself and select from one of these emails. Right, this looks great. Let me go ahead and send email number 15. Once I click on it, you'll see it auto-populate on its own, right? The subject line is already filled out. Body of the email is complete. There is no, first name, so that's maybe something you would want to add, but email signature is already added. So as you scroll below, click on Send. So when you create a template, you can use them as part of the campaign or an individual email or text. All right, in the last few minutes, I do also want to point out, just in case you haven't seen it, you'll see View Our Holiday Promotion. So on the dashboard, or literally every homepage you go into, or every page you go into, you will see this notification. So just in case you haven't clicked on it yet, this is going to show you our current promotion that we have running. It's going to allow you to purchase the Pro Plus plan at the lowest rate we've ever had this year, which would be $3.99 for the year. So make sure to click on that banner if you want to learn more about that promo. Awesome, y'all. I do see the last couple of minutes, and I don't see any other questions. So we'll go ahead and wrap it up now. Thank you all for joining us today. Again, joining us every week at Thursday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you do have any questions, again, you have online chat, phone support, the online help center, and also submit a request. So if you do have anything, make sure to reach out to us. We'll definitely be happy to help out. All right, y'all. Thank you all for joining us today. Have a great day. Hope to see you all next week.